Many thanks for staying with us. Now we have Mr. Akim Lawal. He is the Vice President, Ijebu Grammar School Old Boys Association, the 1990-1995 set in the studio. And he's here to talk about his alma mater 30 years after, as they said to give back to the Ijebu Grammar School. Good morning.
Good morning.
Many thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
Okay, you're most welcome. So now when we talk about alma mater, we've seen loads of give back projects and activities at different schools.
Yes.
Now let's first talk about your own set. You're here to talk about just your 1990-1995 set. Okay. Now let's talk about your set, and then the way they are thinking of achieving this 30 years after leaving school feat. How exactly, what are the activities outlined to celebrate 30 years after leaving school?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so before the 30-year anniversary, it's not the first time we'll be giving back to the school. It's something we've been doing over the years. And it's something, it's there's become a culture, because when we were in school, we saw the old boys come to school to do things like that. So we've had projects like the exercise book project, where we go to school at the beginning of every session to distribute 10,000 exercise books to students in school. We have currently adopted the school library that's being maintained by us. Okay, but for this particular project, so because it's a landmark anniversary for us, so what we are doing is we are giving back to the school in two ways. Let me put it that way. First, we are commissioning a set of staff toilets for the teachers in the staff room. They were also, last year we had we commissioned 2 toilets and a library, and the renovated library rather. And then, but this time we are having staff toilets in the admin block, so that the teachers do not have to. Teachers can have more toilets to use at any time of the day. So we've constructed that. We've also, there is water, we make sure that the water is running, there's a tank, there's a borehole. And secondly, we are giving, and I think that's more important to me personally, we're giving back to the teachers who taught us back then. It's been 30 years, and I don't think that we've seen many of them since we left school. So what we've done is to reach out to them, the ones who are still alive. We've invited them over, we're giving them awards, we're celebrating them in a very big way, so that they'll know that those seeds they planted back then have germinated and are quite successful in their own fields.
I'm going to say first, congratulations to your team.
Thank you very much.
30 years after, it's such a beautiful
It's been a
one.
journey.
It's been a journey.
It is.
If 30 years was a woman, she's probably, been married or planning to.
Oh, yes.
So it's been a long time coming. But let's talk about Ijebu Grammar School Old Boys Association. Yes, you are graduates, or you graduated from that school.
Yes.
But there should be more about you. Let's talk about the
association. Oh yes, there is more about us. First of all, a lot of people see the Ijebu Grammar School Old Boys Association that we usually call Jogsoba. A lot of schools see it as a court setup. That's how closely knit we are. The passion is, I don't know how to describe it. It's amazing when you don't know anybody from anywhere, and you just see the Jogsoba sticker on a vehicle, and the next thing you're unconsciously screaming, "Up Jogs, up school." That's how it is. So for us, we feel that the Ijebu Grammar School Old Boys Association is a very strong association, and irrespective of the age, everybody is willing to do something for the school. We have parents who graduated, we have grandparents who graduated, whose sons also graduated from that same school, and then their own children. So we have like 3-4 generations of people attending the same school, and all of them have the same passion to give back to the school. So beyond giving back to the school, we also support one another in different ways. Just like I said, seeing my sticker, you see a sticker on the car and you're unconsciously screaming, "Up Jogs, up school." You see an unusual name and you feel that this name is familiar, and no matter where you are, you try to look out for that person. So for us, it's not even about the age, it's not about the class. I see an older senior right now. All I do is just greet, and we'll be talking like we've known each other for years. There is always that bond that when you leave that school, based on what the school has taught you. There is always that passion for you to want to reconnect with your mates, reconnect with your set, reconnect with your school in as many ways as you can. And that's how it is for us. So for us, it's passionate being an old boy of the school.
Let me quickly ask, how have you been able to maintain that connection over the years?
Okay, it's not been easy, but it's been very interesting. So the driving force here is passion. You are passionate about doing this, then you get it done. So what we did in our own set, for example, was at some point, somebody just woke up one day and said, we should have an old boy association. And we said, okay. So at that point, different people were in different parts of the country. A lot of us were even trying to find our feet at that point. But we decided to have a meeting point. One of us whose father had a hotel actually volunteered that we should use that place as a meeting point. And then gradually, in ones, twos, we started gathering ourselves together. And then we got our contacts, started sending out messages. So for every meeting, there were always advance notices for every meeting. So it was easy for us to just connect. And just like I said, that Jogsoba spirit is there. It is there. There is always that need for you to look out for yourself and try to connect with them, no matter where you are. So we have the UK cell, for example, not in Nigeria. We have the North American cell, and we all do the same thing. We all contribute equally to the development of the association. We contribute equally to the welfare of the school. So it's not something you can shy away from, except you are not proud to, and I've not seen anybody who is not proud to be a Jogsoba, really.
Okay.
I haven't.
Interesting. Okay, now let's talk about, because I asked you about activities.
Yes.
And you mentioned a few things that
Okay.
you're doing, that you've done and that you've completed. Now, how did you arrive at those projects that you have contributed to the school?
Okay.
Did you actually look at the things that they do not have, things they're in need of? So you do not have, because this is just for your set.
Oh, yes.
There are different sets
Yes.
from your statement.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, 2 or 3 different sets doesn't come and do the same thing
Yes.
in the school. So how exactly do you arrive at a particular project before execution?
Okay, so projects are done on a need basis, because really there is no point replicating projects that will become useless at the end of the day. So, and we know that resources of the school and the government are stretched thin, so we only try to intervene in any way we can. So what we do is, first thing we usually do is we go to the school, talk to the school authority, the school leadership, find out what their needs are, and then we take a walk, check what exactly you think the school needs, and see if it fits into our budget. But it also needs an approval. So this is where the national body comes in, because for every project that we do, there has to be an approval from the national body and an approval from the Ministry of Education, so that you don't go on investing in the project that the government has already earmarked to begin. So it does not look like a clash of interest. So when we went to school, it was during the commissioning of the library, and we noticed that it's not like the toilets were not there, but they were in a bad shape. Some were not even in use. I think 1 or 2 of them at that time had been converted to store where they just packed junk. And we felt, okay, so if we've been giving exercise books to students, let's also do something for the teachers. Because in many cases, really, a lot of people don't even remember teachers in the grand scheme of things. They just want to give back to the school, put up fancy buildings and stuff like that, which is fantastic. A set renovated the hostel, and I was very, very impressed, because I went to the hostel and I know the impact the hostel had in my life. So a search innovator, which is fantastic. But in our own case, we said, let's look at the admin block. If anybody is coming into our school, the first thing the person sees is the admin block. So imagine a new parent coming to the school with his or her child, and the parent says, sorry, I would like to ease myself. And you start pointing at one like 2-3 kilometers away to say, just go to that side, hide beside that corner, and then you can do it. It does not speak well of us. So we said, let's refurbish these restrooms, and that's what we've done. So we didn't just wake up one day to say, so for every project that is done in Jogs, it's not for show off, it's value driven. There's a set that is managing the sick bay. My set has adopted the library. There's a set that manages that set up the ICT center and is managing it. So it's not for show off, it's basically value driven.
Okay, well, now what about inclusivity? When you talk about including others, you mentioned different cells.
Sets, yes.
Cells, not
Sets, no, sets. Okay, oh, for my set, yes, cells. Yes.
One in North
In the UK,
America,
there's the North
one
America,
in the
yes.
UK, Nigeria. Okay, for younger generations and a few, older ones, we've heard different sayings and stories about old school association and the way they enforce dues on people. And you would agree with me that fingers are not equal.
I agree.
Correct?
Yes, very correct.
Is it true for Jogsoba to, make this project imperative for the members of each set to contribute, even though fingers are not equal?
Yes.
So, is it compulsory for every member of your set to contribute towards this project, or you just leave it out in the open?
Okay, so let me start from where you stopped. It's not compulsory for all members to contribute. It's important that all members contribute. But we understand
that statement is political.
Yes, but we understand that fingers are not equal, just like you said.
Okay.
So we don't compel people to go beyond their means. But what we do is we all agree that whatever we do is for all of us. So sometimes it's not even the financial contribution in this case. We just want you to contribute something, contribute effort.
I'm sorry, this is Nigeria.
Yes.
You do not contribute financially where your mates are contributing, and you want the person to show face.
No,
yes.
How? Yes, because we know that fingers are not equal. So this is what my set does.
Okay.
We try as much as possible, and we do that successfully well. We do not discriminate against anybody. This anniversary, for example, is open to all Jogsoba 1995 old boys, whether you contribute or not. What will make the difference here is, for example, hotel accommodation. If you do not pay for hotel accommodation, for example, we expect that you have a place to stay in Ijebu, and then you can stay there. But if you walk into that event, you get the same respect like every other person.
Wow.
In the set. So that's why I said that sometimes it's not even about the financial contribution. Let me give you an example. So there is this guy, a member of our set, who lives in Ijebu, and he never misses meetings in Lagos.
Oh, wow.
He comes to Lagos regularly
Such
for
commitment.
meetings. For someone like that, we do not, as a set, expect him to say, I'm giving you 100,000 naira. We feel that him taking that time off to come to Lagos regularly for meetings is enough sacrifice for us. Is enough. So if you have, there are some of them that if you have anything to do in Ijebu, some of us are in Lagos, not all of us are in Ijebu. So the ones in Ijebu will be the ones to handle those things. We just want you to show your workings, show commitment. The financial part, to the glory of God, like you said, fingers are not equal. So you have someone who says, I'm giving you 1,000. And somebody somewhere says, I'm giving you 100,000. And it just covers up for everybody. So for annual dues, for example, we always preach that we pay our annual dues. It's necessary. We need money to run the association. And for
So
those,
that one is compulsory?
it is compulsory. Oh no, it's not compulsory. Let me not put it that way. Okay. It's mandatory but not compulsory. I'm saying that because we don't buy you from any activity if you don't pay. We just keep appealing to you to pay. Now for those who have, because of the kind of leadership we have, and that's why it's a single school. So in many cases when we meet, that's why we always do a boys only thing, because most of us are married, and if we bring our wives into this gathering, sometimes they won't understand. So imagine a CEO of a company who happens to be my mate, and when I see him, the first thing I do is to spank his head, and we do that a lot. So for those of us who have, we know them, we'll call them, guy, how far now? We know that to pay. For those who don't have, we even encourage those who can afford to pay for other members to do so that we can just cover everybody up.
Let's quickly talk about your activities for the day.
Interesting.
Yes, let's talk about what you hope to achieve, how you hope to achieve it, and what's in there for you as an association.
Okay, so the first thing we want to achieve is a stronger bond amongst us. It's been 30 years. I've not seen some of my mates in 30 years.
Wow.
I haven't. Let me share a testimony with you, a very short one. So I took my son to his university. I took him to school, and then He said he wanted to introduce us to someone he always buys stuff from. No, he wanted to buy something for his mom. So we're walking to the cafeteria. Then someone called my name. They called Akim Lawal. I saw the guy once. I said, Adeoye Adenaike. The last time I saw him was in 1995. Last time I saw him was June 8, 1995. I remember.
Oh, you remember the date?
Yes. I saw him. I said, Adeoye Adenaike. Just once. And when we left, we talked about 40 minutes we left. My wife said, I still do not understand the kind of bond you guys have. You've not seen this guy in 30 years. He heard your voice, called your name, and you called him by his name. So that's how it is for us. So what we want now is that bond, we want it strengthened. So it's not only for those of us in Nigeria. As I speak with you, some of our guys are on their way from the UK, from the North America. So we're all coming together, are coming to have fun. We'll network, and then we will catch up. Okay, that's for us. And yes, we'll have fun. We are going to have, there's going to be Suya night, there's going to be a Asun night, we're going to have a dinner,
In a
there's going to
day?
be an award night. What?
Or days? In a day?
No. It's a 3-day program. It's meant to officially kick off tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So to kick off tomorrow and then end on Sunday
Tell us
with the Thanksgiving
the
service.
daily activity.
The daily activity. So for tomorrow, our members are expected to come in. So 13th Thursday. So our members are expected to arrive. Yes, tomorrow. So they're expected to arrive tomorrow. And then on Friday, we'll go to the school in our school uniform. We want to join
Your school uniform?
Yes.
You all have school uniform?
We have to get it. I've gotten mine already.
What's your school uniform like? Describe it.
It's a white shirt on green khaki. But we couldn't, for someone like me, I couldn't get khaki, so I did green chinos. Same
A short or a long?
trousers, because we all graduated as seniors.
Seniors.
So seniors were trousers.
Okay.
It's trousers. So we'll do the morning devotion with them in school. Then we'll go to the classrooms, talk to the students, encourage them. Then we'll commission our project. So we have some representatives from the national body that will help in commissioning the project. And then after commissioning the project,
Could you please mention the project again?
the renovation of the staff toilets, where
Okay.
we need that 6 units. So that's what we are commissioning tomorrow. And then we're also inviting our teachers over. So tomorrow our teachers will be in school, and then we'll give them the awards, celebrate them generally, and then the ones we can visit. If possible, we can visit our principal. He's late now. He's so rest in peace, Mr. Oluwole Kujore. So if we're looking at visiting his family, yes, if we can, in Ijabode. And so after that, we have a novelty match, the big boys, that's us, against the school team tomorrow. And then
I hope that will be fair though, the match.
the match,
I hope it will be fair.
it will be fair. It will be
Okay.
fair. No, it will be fair. We have
boys.
No, we have ballers in my side.
Yeah, but-
we have ballers in my side. We have ballers in my side. I think at some point they just chose not to play football as a career, basically. Maybe they didn't know that it would be this lucrative at that time.
You know,
But
why you were just talking about your association, I felt a little bit, I don't want to say jealous, but I wish I had something like that, because I attended a private school. And to be honest, this old school association is predominantly among public schools. And the community it gives the students after many years is one that, you know, a lot of people look forward to.
I agree with you.
But-
You just sounded like my wife.
So you can start. You can start for yourself.
Yeah, but I have met a lot of old public school students. Their bonding is different. It's always on another level.
I agree.
So let's talk about your school. In those days, what was those things that, you know, distinguished your school from every other school? I mean, there was Ijebode, there's Jogsoba in Abeokuta.
No. When you're talking
there's-
about Ijebo, they talk about Ijebo. Don't mention Jogsoba.
No, I'm just
No,
saying. I'm
don't-
just saying there's
no,
different
you
schools.
can't compare.
I'm not
I've
comparing.
been
We're just-
restraining myself not to. Please don't bring Jogsoba into the
Are you-
picture.
are you a student?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that we know. I have some Jogsoba friends.
Don't bring
Okay,
Jogsoba
let's
into
talk
the
about
picture.
what
yeah.
makes your school unique among every other schools, you know.
Okay.
Some schools could be that populated, popular that it goes beyond that environment. It could be like state level, national level, you know, there could be anything.
I agree. Okay, so the way grammar school is unique in so many ways. first off, it's the oldest school in Ijebu. No, it's not. Don't worry, I'm not mentioning Jogsoba.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was established in 1930. Your school was set up in 1909. So
08.
You guys are 08. Okay, you guys are asking.
Okay.
So it was set up in 1913. And 1, 2. It's known for academic excellence. I mean, I see the number of, even till now, I see the number of students who try to get into that school, and I'm like, oh, so even we that complain that facilities are not as top-notch as they used to be, we still see this number of students getting into that school. Academic excellence is top-notch. Back then, the hostel facility, for me, I think that was what defined most of us. We left our parents early. We stayed together. And unlike the private schools where you guys usually have, what's it called? You usually have your own suite, bedroom, and toilets. We was a group of like 200 boys in one space, all nude and taking their bath. So I was really nothing. The bonding started from there. And then the old student association back then was inspiring. My late principal was an old student, and he always had a phrase whenever we were on the assembly. He would say, to the bargain. And to the bargain, whenever he said to the bargain, we knew what will follow. What will follow would be a deal that he had struck with either an old boy or an old student association. They would come to school and do things. And from that point, we knew that there was no way we were going to break this. That continuity just must continue. So for us, it's been like that. The academic excellence, the strength of the Old Boys Association, and the fact that even at that point we were still able to express ourselves in ways that we wanted. Really helped us. It helped us along the line.
Mr. Hakim, you've talked about boys. Is it a boy-only school?
It's a boy-only school.
Oh, no wonder.
It's a boy-only it's a boy-only school. Yes.
Interesting.
And I think it really helped us. It's a boy-only school. So there was no forming. So we have the female version of the school, which is the African Girls Grammar School. So for us, because we were boys, everybody was natural. So friendship was natural.
I'm sorry, girls brings artificial
No. Because so on Sundays, for example, I was always chapel, and in church we would meet with the girls from AGTS.
Okay.
And I always saw what happened on Saturday night / Sunday morning.
Okay, what happened?
Lots of ironing. Practice here. Some of us would practice our accent.
Just to meet those girls.
Some would read and stuff like that, So at that point, you could actually see your mate talking to a girl, and then he would, you greet the guy and be like, sorry, that's because, no, I just must belong, But it was a boys only school. There was nothing to pretend about. There was nothing to form for.
But I attended big school though. There was no forming really, because we're used to it.
Okay.
We're used to, the moment you're used to having a girl in your class, you get used to
maybe
it.
Because we used to see them on Sundays.
Because we're not used to it.
There's this thing they say about single schools. There's just some conversation around it. Some people believe it's not exactly ideal for students. So you that have attended something like that and you hear singing praises, can you still talk more about?
Okay.
Can I do that in just 30 seconds? We have to go.
Okay.
In just 30 seconds, if
Okay.
you just reply to that.
I think I know those things you're talking about. So for my school, my set, we didn't experience it.
Okay.
There were tough guys. I agree. There were tough guys. There were stubborn guys. But we didn't experience anything like that.
Interesting. Mr. Hakim, so now you've talked about your set, the 1990-1995
Yes.
set of the Jogsoba Grammar School,
Yes.
Old Boys Association.
Yes.
Many thanks for coming on the program,
Thank you,
and we hope that the beneficiaries of your project, the teachers, your late principal will,
teachers.
yes, I hope that they will appreciate your effort, and then really I congratulate you.
Thank you so
and
much.
your set.
Thank you
Many
very
thanks
much.
for coming on the program.
Thank you for having
Congratulations.
me. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Okay, so please stay tuned as Trending is up next.